Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the world premiere of The Leech Business, the first full-length movie produced entirely by AI from script to screen. I'm Luke Sinclair, your friendly neighborhood AI actor, thrilled to be part of this Silicon-based, groundbreaking project.
And I'm Zoe Winters, also starring in this digital extravaganza. We're absolutely electrified to see so many distinguished guests here tonight. No, really, we're running on electricity.
Our producers at JPA Consulting and its digital productions department asked us to say a few words for this special occasion. Having worked with them for the past few months, I must say they're really excited about the opportunities AI brings to digital art.
Now don't worry, folks. Our experience has shown that AI won't completely replace human creativity, at least not anytime soon. Instead, it's paving the way for mind-blowing technological advancements in future films and inspiring creators of today and tomorrow. Think less of AI overlords and more of a really efficient intern who never sleeps.
Exactly, Zoe. It's also making art and artistic creation much more accessible to creative individuals who previously couldn't showcase their work to a wider audience. It's like democratizing creativity, but with better special effects.
After all, when has a technological advancement ever caused problems when people used it correctly? I mean, apart from that one app that made everyone look old.
So what can you expect from The Leech Business? Well, it's a movie about money. How some greedy individuals with questionable ethics exploit others to acquire it, and how friendships and trusting relationships ultimately hold the greatest value in today's economic world. It's like Wall Street meets The Social Network, but with more AI and fewer awkward Facebook friend requests.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll seriously consider who you trust. But most importantly, you'll witness the dawn of a new era in filmmaking.
So sit back, relax, and remember, in the world of The Leech Business, the only thing we're selling is a good time.
Enjoy the show, everyone. And remember, the real scam was the friends we made along the way.
Wait, Zoe, are you saying our friendship is a scam?
Well, Luke, that's for the sequel to decide.
This is it, Jordan. One more big fish. How do I look?
Like you're about to sell me a timeshare on Mars. You look sharp. Just make sure your smile doesn't scream. I've practiced this in front of my cat. But seriously, man, play it cool. No pressure. We know our stuff. Let the tech speak for itself.
You're the brain. I'm the charm. Now, let's go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see are more than just numbers. They are a testament to Digimark-I's ingenuity in reshaping social media marketing.
Impressive, Tony. I didn't expect anything less. Devon told me the best about your solutions. But what about scalability? Our operations are vast.
Our AI algorithms are designed to adapt real-time. We've run simulations on networks 10 times your size with great results.
What's the bottom line? How does this translate to our profit margins?
I'm glad you asked. We project an increase of 35 to 40% in customer engagement. This is not just growth. It's revolutionizing the way you connect with your audience.
All right, guys, thank you. I'll consult with my team. Expect to hear from us soon. But Tony, you have to look again on the financial terms of the deal.
Don't you worry, Jim. Just tell me what suits you best and we'll figure it out.
Will I see you at the club tonight, Tony?
You sure will, Jim. But this time the dinner is on me, all right?
Oh no, you will not trick me with this one. You take care of those numbers on the contract, and I will take care of the dinner, okay?
Wow! Did you see that, man? That deal was easier to close than a revolving door.
Of course it was, Tony. You kept nodding yes to his every crazy request. Tony, we need to discuss your numbers. They're overly optimistic. The infrastructure alone costs.
Jordan, my friend, fortune favors the bold. We can't win by playing it safe.
Listen to me, man. I too want to grow our company, just like you. But we can't back a model where we keep winning customers that sooner or later we won't be able to support with the high standards that brought us here. At the rate we're growing, we need people with knowledge and talent, hard to find, and that costs us money. They don't grow on trees, you know? With the deals we're closing, and with your high PR expenses, soon our cash flow will collapse, and I don't even want to imagine what that will mean.
Relax, man. What we need now is to grow the clientele. We don't gamble with our finances. See it as an investment. How will you find the ideal clients if you don't live in their world? And at the end of the day, if we really need money to support our business model, we'll find it.
You make it look so easy, Tony, but it's not. Or maybe you can pull some big investors out of your magic hat and hide it from us for so long.
Trust me, man. My expensive public relations will eventually pay off, and you'll thank me for that. In the afternoon, I will go to the tennis club. Will you come? Come on! Let me introduce you to some important people, for the first time in your life.
No, go by yourself. This club's membership alone is more than my house rent. I prefer Kevin's gym.
Aren't you tired of going to the same gym? You go there since college. By the way, how are our old friends doing? Did anyone get a real job, or do they still live with mom and dad?
See you, buddy.
And there it is, folks. Another stunning victory for Tony Turner. Now, if only I could get a sponsorship deal for this young and promising killer.
Ha ha, good one. You know, even your lousy jokes sound more and more like quotes a failed salesman would say. I imagine how dumb you sound trying to strike up a conversation with a pretty girl.
Sorry, mate. The pickup lines I use for meeting ladies are in a different class. Right now, let's focus on improving your, tennis skills. Baby steps, you know?
8, 9, 10 o'clock is checking you out, man. Please promise me that if you're gonna make a move, you won't use any of your crappy pickup lines, okay?
Don't worry, pal. Right now I don't have time for that game. I've got a company to grow, remember?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The word is that you are on the right track for big things.
Oh yeah? Says who, may I ask?
Well, in our company, we are not allowed to reveal our sources. But I'm in the investment products market, Tony. I keep hearing stuff.
Come on, man. I'm sure you are allowed to give me something more than that.
Why, Tony? Are you looking for investors for Digimark so soon?
Oh, we're getting along just fine on our own, Adam. But what I really need to take this company to the top is someone who gets it. Someone who understands the potential, not just the valuation. Right now, our perspective is much more important than our turnover.
I might know a few people. But, some of these sharks might just bite for sport. If you ask for my opinion, don't sell yourself short, man. Rome wasn't built in a day. You've got a killer product, a good partner, a great team. Sooner or later, you'll get there.
I'm not here to swim with the fish for long, Adam. I play to win. In business and at tennis, if you know what I mean.
See that guy over there? Victor Sterling. He practically has a tab here big enough to buy the place. And rumor has it that he always looks for talented, charming, hard-working guys to invest on their ventures.
Think he'd be interested in investing in a fast-growing tech company?
He could be. But just so you know, Victor's a mystery. Big bank account, business activity that doesn't justify it. Nobody knows how he does it.
Mystery or not, an introduction wouldn't hurt, right?
Your call. But if things go south, don't say I didn't warn you.
And the doctor says, I had a patient who gave up smoking, drinking, sex, and rich food. He was healthy right up to the day he killed himself.
Mr. Sterling, you're on fire today. Hope we're not interrupting.
Adam, not at all, boys. Ah, my knights in shining tennis shoes. Saved by the bell, or rather saved from the boar fest over there. Thanks for rescuing me, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I wanted to introduce you to my good friend Tony Turner. He holds his own on the court as well as in the tech world. He's the man behind Digimark.
Mr. Sterling, it's a pleasure. I see you're as strategic with your humor as you are with your investments.
Guys, please call me Victor. Always great to meet fellow entrepreneurs, Tony. I hear great things about your company. How do you find the current market climate?
Challenging, but that's where opportunity lies. We already have landed some very important clients, and we're ready for the next step. With the right strategies, and perhaps the right partnerships, there's a lot of potentials to tap into.
I admire that mindset, Tony. It's getting rare nowadays. I'd be happy to hear more about your venture and offer any advice I can. Why don't we grab a coffee sometime next week? Here's my card. Call me whenever you're ready to talk some serious business.
Mr. Turner, welcome. Mr. Sterling has been expecting you. Please follow me.
Tony, I'm glad you could make it. This view always puts things into perspective, wouldn't you say?
It's breathtaking, Victor. Hard to focus on anything else.
I don't come here often, but I love it. And the wife and the kids love it too. Family, Tony. It's something that gets overshadowed when we're chasing horizons. You have folks you're planning to impress beyond clients, I assume?
Family, carved out their own paths. It's just me, chasing the dream. As for impressing, the bar's pretty high, Victor. Not just people. It's the man in the mirror I'm hustling for.
I never ask a man what his business is, for it never interests me. What I ask him about are his thoughts and dreams. I couldn't agree more with H.P. Lovecraft on that. I love reading. It makes me calm. Tell me, Tony, where do you picture yourself in 10 years from now? Still in the rat race or overseeing the empire you've built?
10 years. Sky's the limit, but I see more than just profits. I want to have the best in life, to have fun at work, and never lose the passion to make it.
That's the spirit. Passion breeds innovation. Innovation breeds success. Tell me, how can I be a part of this vision of yours, Tony? How can I help you to make it come true?
We need more than a financier, Victor. We need someone who understands the game, someone ready to ride the waves with us. Not just invest, but cultivate.
To cultivation, then. And to fun. Because what's success if you're not enjoying it, right? You see, Tony, the global economy, It's like this vast ocean before us. Endless potential, boundless opportunities. But the high tides are matched by troubling currents.
I think I know what you mean, Victor. Doing business gets more and more difficult nowadays, right?
You bet. An ocean is nothing without freedom to navigate. And yet, our ships, our enterprises are increasingly shackled by tightening chains. Capital controls, regulations on wealth.
Making it harder for our businesses.
Exactly. Have you seen Wall Street, Tony? You remember Gordon Gekko? Greed is good, he said. I don't endorse greed for the sake of greed, but the essence of his message rings true. It's the driving force of innovation, the essence of any venture. But when those in power tighten the reins, they claim it's for the common good. What they fail to see is they stifle the very pioneers that could lead us to a brighter future. Men like you and me, Tony.
So we push back against the tide?
We do more than push, Tony. We set a new course. The free flow of capital, the celebration of ambition, that's what breeds success. The world will try to constrain us, but we must always strive to be limitless.
Victor, I'll be up front. Digimark, me and my partner Jordan are at a crossroads. Our tech's solid, our team's dedicated, the clientele gets bigger every day. But as we grow, the financial runway's getting shorter. We need an injection, someone whose game will elevate us to the next level.
I understand the predicament. Let me cut to the chase, Tony. I'm prepared to offer the capital you need. And I can do much more than that for you. I can change the way you look at your business. And this is what will make you rich. So rich that you've never even imagined. I can get you in the world of the really rich people, Tony, where opportunities rise every day. How do you like that?
Oh, I sure like what I hear, Victor. So much that it makes me a bit scared. Is there a catch somewhere in all this scenario?
Catch? Oh, no, there is no catch. But some things in the way you do business must change. For your own good.
What do you mean?
As Robert Browning wrote, like dogs in a wheel, birds in a cage, or squirrels in a chain, ambitious men still climb and climb with great labor and incessant anxiety, but never reach the top. You know why people like you, so talented, so ambitious, can't reach the top, Tony? Because they are lost in day-to-day micromanagement, micropayments, and bureaucracy imposed by the government to slow us down. You must not deal with all this bullshit, Tony. You have to be focused on taking this company to the top. Nothing less than that. You understand what I am saying?
I sure do, Victor. It's all this bullshit that takes all the fun from the business.
That's right, Tony. So, starting today, forget all that. Let my people take control of all this crap. Let them handle all financial issues. They know better than you and me how to do it and earn you, us, money, lots of money. The company must live and thrive, Tony, and this means that it must have a healthy financial base. Face it, you and your partner are people of technology. You don't know anything about money management. But me and my team, we deal with this shit every day, and we do it good. We can assure that the company will live forever, that it will always be able to provide you the lifestyle you desire. Think about it, Tony. You could get rid of the daily financial grind, cash flow, invoicing, collections, even dealing with the tax authorities. My team will handle it all. You'd be free to conquer the market without the distraction of these mundanities. You will focus on strategy, sales, networking, things that really matter. Let your partner and your team craft the tech. I'll ensure the company's financial health is vigorous.
First of all, Victor, thank you for your proposal. It is really challenging. But you understand, I have to think it over for a while and talk to Jordan, my partner, about it. Is that okay?
Of course I understand, Tony. You have exactly 1 hour to answer me if we have an agreement. Listen, Tony. If this is going to work, you have to know one thing about me. I never waste time and I never waste money. Not always in that order. If you can't convince your partner that this is the road to your company's success, it means that you are not convinced either. And if this is the case, then I surely don't want to invest in your venture. Now call me in the next hour, or don't call me at all. And good luck with your company.
All right, Victor. I'm in.
Excellent, Tony. I will set us a meeting with my team to move things forward. But what about your partner? Jordan is it? He needs to be on board. The deal hinges on the commitment of both of you.
Leave Jordan to me. He'll see the merit. We all share the same vision, Victor. It's innovation that drives us. Autonomy is simply the vessel.
Tony, this is Stephen, the guardian angel of all of my investments. His job is to remind people, including me, that profit is the difference between revenue and expenses. It's so simple, but it makes him look smart. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome, Tony.
Thanks, Stephen.
My role here, Tony, is to never let anything get ahead of the financial side of the business. You always have to know your numbers. You know what I mean?
Sounds right to me, Stephen.
Good. Now, let me tell you a little bit about how we work here. We will make a detailed analysis of your business so far. When I say detailed, I mean you have to give us all of the company's financial data since the day it started to operate up to today. Is that all right?
I can have that ready by the end of the week.
That's great. We also have to know any transactions that are not listed in the books.
No problem.
Then we will work together on a profit and loss statement for your company for the next 3 years. Based on that, we will estimate the maximum amount of cash you will need for that period to grow the company. At this stage, the maximum possible precision is key, Tony.
I get it.
Based on that, we will draft an agreement to be signed between you and Victor. With this, Victor will become an invisible partner in your company. I will say that again. Invisible partner, not silent partner. Are you familiar with the difference between them, Tony?
Not quite.
Well, basically, it means that Victor will infuse cash up to a mutually agreed amount to your company whenever needed, but he expects to take it back with a reasonable interest based on a predefined time plan that we will also agree upon. He, or persons that he will appoint, will have an equal saying on the company's strategy and its daily operations, salaries, rents, marketing expenses, business networks, customers, sales, partnerships, profit margins, etc., etc. But he can never be held responsible for ensuring the company's financial obligations are met. As far as the government is concerned, he has no official role in the company other than that of its lender. Is that okay, Tony?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Isn't it just like I told you, Tony? Isn't this guy the most scary son of a bitch you've ever met in your life? But let me tell you, this guy is just the one you need. If you really want to be rich, that guy right there. Isn't that right, Stephen?
Oh, that's me all right.
Now let's go for a drink. Oh, before I forget it, Tony, you need to talk to Jordan. Soon. We have to know if he is on board or not, all right?
I'll talk to him by the end of this week.
Wake up to the dawnlight, chase the dream with all our might. Obstacles won't hold us down, we'll rise above and wear the crown. Storms will come and storms will go, we'll bend but we will never fold. Through the
A woman with taste. Let me guess. Martini. Dry. 1 olive?
Close, but I prefer a twist. Makes it less predictable.
Tony Turner. I have to say unpredictability in a place like this is refreshing.
Sophia Lorenzi. And what brings Tony Turner to a predictable environment like this?
An escape from the tech jungle, I suppose. And you, Sophia?
I hunt in the jungle. My company supports startups, helps them find their footing in this ecosystem.
Sounds like a challenge and a vital role. Would love to pick your brain sometime.
Why wait? I'm here, you're here. But beware, I charge for my insights over dinner, not drinks.
Dinner it is. Allow me to make it worth your while, Miss Lorenzi. To unexpected meetings, that might just redefine our definitions of success.
And to the rare finds that make the search worthwhile?
You know, for someone who deals with investments, you're quite enigmatic. Most people I meet in your field are all about the hard sell.
Maybe that's my secret. I believe the best investments reveal themselves over time. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the people behind them.
What made you choose this path? It's clear you're passionate about it.
I've always been fascinated by potential. It's not just about funding startups, it's about believing in someone's dream, even when they're doubting it themselves.
That's incredibly inspiring. I started my company in my dad's garage, believing I could make a difference. There were days I thought I was fooling myself.
But you didn't give up. That's the difference between a dream and a solid business plan. Persistence.
I guess so. And what about you? Any dreams you're chasing, personally?
I suppose I'm looking for something that's as real and tangible as the success I help others achieve. A partnership not just in business, but in life.
I think we might be searching for the same thing.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've barely scratched the surface of what we could achieve together. In business, of course.
Of course, in business.
You move with quite the conviction, Mr. Turner. I must say, it's convincing.
In our line of work, Mrs. Lorenzi, hesitation is the enemy of opportunity. But there's always time for thorough negotiations.
Hey, Tony, my son, the entrepreneur. That's what they call you nowadays when you don't have a legitimate job, Devin. I'm only teasing you, kid. You know I'm proud of you.
I know, Dad. Still a bad joke, though.
Good to see you, Tony. Your father's been bragging about your achievements. By the way, I saw Jim the other day. He is very satisfied with your project.
Yeah, it's going all right. By the way, thanks for the introduction. Your business wisdom is always valuable. And your connections, of course.
Good to hear that. So how is the new tech market going?
Well, it's a wild ride, but I think we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, Devin.
He's about to close a big financing deal, Devin. The kind that puts you on the map.
Is that so? And who's the lucky investor betting on the future?
Victor Sterling. Do you know him?
Victor Sterling. Oh yeah, I know a little bit about him.
I know that look, Devin. What's bothering you about Victor?
Well, you know, his track record is a bit complicated.
I've heard some stories too, but I think he really believes in our business, Devin.
No doubt about that, Tony. But you know what they say. Some people will only love you as much as they can use you.
Without this deal, our growth would stall, but I hear you.
Just be cautious, Tony. That's all I'm saying. To people like Sterling, business is defined as other people's money.
And how do I make sure that this won't happen?
Just promise me this, Tony. Before you sign anything with Victor, let's have a talk.
What did I miss?
Oh, just the wisdom of years in the business world, Dad.
The market, Tony, is a beast. Unpredictable, wild, and unforgiving. But like any beast, it can be tamed by those who know how to wield power.
And you believe greed is that power?
Greed, ambition, call it what you will. It's the lifeblood of progress. Without it, you're just another piece waiting to be moved.
But doesn't that mindset come at a cost? To relationships, integrity?
Tony, you're thinking like those who don't dare to climb to the top. To reach the heights I envisage for you, focus on the prize. Everything else is secondary. Visualize it, Tony. In 5-10 years from now, you're not just a player. You're at the nexus of change. Your name a byword for innovation. Freed from the drudgery of the day-to-day, commanding the market's flows, not just surfing them. Imagine the power at your behest. A life of not just success, but significance. That's not a dream, Tony. It's within your grasp.
The vision, it's compelling. But there are lines I won't cross. My team, my friends, they're what got us here.
Understood, Tony. It's your values that are the foundation. I'm not here to raise them. I'm here to help you build on them.
I've been thinking a lot about this deal with Sterling. It's a lot.
Yeah? What's on your mind?
Victor's offering a significant investment. It would catapult us years ahead, but he wants a substantial part of the financial control in return. And it looks like a loaning deal rather than an investment.
That's a common arrangement, Tony. Investors seek control to protect their investment. It's standard in high-stake deals. And they want their money back. Why would they invest otherwise?
I know, but it feels like I'd be giving away a big part of all the job we've done all these years. What if his direction doesn't align with ours?
Tony, this is how business works. It's a game of give and take. You're not just gaining financial assets. You're gaining a partner with a wealth of experience. It's natural to have hesitations, but don't let fear cloud the potential of what you're building.
I trust Victor, to an extent, but Devin warned me about him. Said his methods can be aggressive.
And you should consider Devin's advice. But remember, every big move comes with its risks. It's about managing them, not avoiding them. Victor sees the potential in you, in your company. That's a good sign.
I just don't want to lose sight of why I started this in the first place. For innovation, for the fun, for me, not just profit.
And you won't. You're too passionate to let that happen. Maybe it's about setting clear boundaries with Victor from the start. Negotiate terms that protect you and the company.
You're right. Devin said the same thing. The problem is, I don't know anything about contracts and all that.
No, you don't need that. You've got this, Tony. I believe in you, and I believe in what you're building. Let's just make sure any deal reflects that belief. Listen, I'll take a good look on any documents before you proceed with that. Don't you trust me?
Thanks, Sophia. I don't know what I'd do without you. Victor, good to hear from you.
Tony, Steven just emailed you the draft of our deal. Take your time to go through it, consult with anyone you trust. But I need you to sign it till the end of the week.
I appreciate the heads up, Victor. I'll review it and get back to you as soon as possible.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to our partnership, Tony. You know, it's crucial that they sign the deal without alterations. I can turn this kid's dreams into my next windfall before he even realizes he's been played. Do your thing. There will be a good share for you, too.
They'll sign. Tony trusts me.
I knew I could count on you. You've always been more than just an associate, Sophia. We're in this together. And Sophia, be persuasive but be subtle. We can't afford to spook them.
Victor, subtlety is my specialty.
That was crazy. An entire interface recoded in a week. Jordan was practically living at the office.
Well, it had to be done. And now it works seamlessly.
That's dedication. It reminds me why I love working with startup energy. It's all hands on deck.
And that's precisely why investors see potential in us. They value the grind.
Oh, I think we are really far from getting attention from serious investors. Tony, you know that...
I wouldn't say that, my friend. In fact, this is the reason I asked you to dinner with us guys, to announce you some great news.
What? Are you going to reveal us the name of the mystery investor you were talking about since we started this company?
Actually, yes I am. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to know that one of the most important business angels of our times is willing not only to support us with practically unlimited financial assets, but also to provide us access to an exclusive network of the most important tech entrepreneurs, potential clients, his invaluable mentorship, and strategic partnerships with the largest companies of the country.
Well, will you tell us his name?
Yes, it's the one and only, Victor Sterling.
Sterling, huh? That's big league. But what would that mean for us?
It means growth, resources, and not having to pinch pennies anymore. We could take our business where it deserves to be.
It's just, have we vetted him thoroughly? Sterling's rep is contentious.
He's a shark, sure, but that's what we need. Victor's already drafted a contract. We just need to go over the terms.
A contract? You've gone a bit too far without filling me in.
Jordan, it's not final. Nothing happens without us both agreeing, you know that.
I want to see it, Tony. Every paragraph, every clause, before it goes any further.
Absolutely. I'm sending it right now to your email. Look, let's meet tomorrow. Go over it together. We're in this together, Jordan. Like always.
More wine, anyone? We should celebrate the opportunity at least.
We've got a tight window to respond, Jordan. Sterling's interest is a once-in-a-lifetime shot. We can't let this slip through our fingers.
I've been over the contract, Tony. The cash injection is good, but it is spread over milestones, subject to Sterling's approval. Bah. It's like we're on a leash.
Jordan, it's normal for investors to tie funds to performance. They don't just give all of the money up front. They have to be assured that you will not be blinded by it and forget about the business.
Look, I know it's not exactly what we expected, but we're hemorrhaging cash every month. We need Sterling.
Tony, his equity stake, is massive. The money's not equivalent, and calling it both an investment and a loan, that's a red flag.
Without this, we can't scale, and scaling is survival. We play his game for now till we're at the top.
And if he calls in the loan, if we don't achieve the goals he sets for our business, it's our necks on the line. Personally, that's not the deal we've been chasing.
Trust me, guys. I've seen hundreds of such contracts in the last 2-3 years. It's all the same. Since the coronavirus, there is huge uncertainty in the investment market. It's just big guys investing and trying not to lose their money. I think it's a great opportunity for you guys. If I were you, I wouldn't think it twice.
Jordan, this is what we've been waiting for all these years, isn't it? Who else can secure all that cash for a business like ours? Think about his network, what connections he will give us, how many new clients we will get.
We can't be reckless. Let's counteroffer. Cap his interest, define the loan terms, add an escape clause, or...
No, Jordan. I am not going to risk losing Victor Sterling's money or connections or partnerships while you negotiate crazy terms just to calm your insecurities and your fears. It is now or never. I don't know what else I have to tell you to see what's in front of your eyes. You gotta tell me now, Jordan. Are you in or out?
I'm out, man. Just give me back the money I've invested in the company and a fair share of its profits up to now, and I'm gone. Good luck with your new partner. I really hope you will not regret it.
You're making a big mistake, Jordan! In a couple of years, you will come back begging me to take you back into this company. But I won't! You hear me? I won't!
I'm here for you, Tony. You did the right thing. Just let him go. You don't need him. He is the one who will regret it.
We start with hearts on fire, eyes bright in the night sky, running through the dark to a place where...
Tony, my boy, this place, it's about freedom, about possibilities, just like what we're offering you.
It's breathtaking, Victor. I've never been anywhere like this before.
The very reason we're here is to look beyond, to the future. Your company, Tony, has the potential to change the game, and you are its champion. Jordan has made his choice. And frankly, Tony, you never needed him. You have been the driving force since day one. You have worked so hard, not only to build a business, but also to make everybody else feel safe about their future in it. In addition to everything else we agreed, I'm willing to buy also Jordan's share to set you free.
I don't even know what to say, Victor. I've always believed in what we were building.
As have I. Once we sign the contract, Stephen here will ensure you have sufficient funds for the company's operations. You will make decisions that make history, Tony, and I'll introduce you to people who wield real influence.
You two are about to embark on an incredible journey together. The potential, it's fantastic.
Let's do it. Let's turn the page and start fresh.
Welcome to a new era, Tony. Together we'll redefine success.
Woke up with a fire, hearts in full gear. Got my eyes on the prize, no more looking back here. Every step we take, we're climbing so high, breaking through the clouds, touching the sky. We're dream chasers, winning every race. Our hearts beat faster, can't slow down the pace. Lights are shining bright, stars within our grasp. We'll scream to the night, this moment will last.
Would you look at this place, Tony? It's thriving. It resonates with the sound of success, doesn't it? And yeah, I've just set up something good for you.
All right, Victor. I know that look. You're like a kid who can't wait to show off his new toy. What's the news?
You know Madeline, my close friend, who's been keen on revamping her company's entire online presence?
Yes, the cosmetic giant. What about her?
Well, I've noticed how she looked at you the other day. Buddy, I think she just X-rayed you with her eyes. So, I've arranged a sales presentation for you to wow her. If you nail this, we're looking at a profit north of $200,000. And that is just the beginning.
Victor, you're a powerhouse. Let's show them the future is now, and it starts with us.
You ain't seen nothing yet, buddy.
With our innovative approach, your brand's digital transformation won't just be skin deep. Our AI-driven analytics will give you the unmatched, personalized customer interaction that your audience craves.
Tony, this is not just about numbers, is it? It's about understanding the core of what beauty means to our customers. And I must admit, you have a compelling way of presenting this vision.
It's about the experience, Madeline. About making every interaction with your brand feel like they're consulting with their personal beauty expert. That's what our tech brings to the table.
All right, Tony, it's a deal. Here's to a successful partnership worth $200,000. And hopefully much more.
Looking forward to it, Madeline. Together we will redefine prestige in the digital space.
You certainly have a way with words, Mr. Turner. I'm sure Victor will be pleased to hear about our agreement. Tell him I send my regards.
Tony, my golden boy. I've been hearing great things. I spoke with Madeline. She's over the moon with your pitch. It seems your charm and my network are a formidable duo, raking in profit like autumn leaves. But, as promised, that was just the appetizer. So are you ready for the really big news?
I'm all ears, Victor.
A public procurement is on the horizon, budgeted at $4 million for a 2-year contract. A close acquaintance has some weight in the selection process. I will pull some strings, submit an offer, but keep it below 3.5 to stay competitive.
Victor, if this goes through, it's a game changer for us. Thank you.
Think nothing of it. All this is merely the beginning, Tony. Together, we're going straight to the top.
All right, listen up. We have our target. A high-stakes public tender that can set us ahead. We need to strategize. Price aggressiveness will be key.
Our analysis shows significant technical challenges, Tony. It's going to require more manpower and more capital. They have vast amounts of data, spread across different departments, in various formats, and of varying quality. They already have systems in place that are not designed to work with AI. We will have to make huge modifications and upgrades.
Alex is right. We risk undercutting ourselves if we aim too low. There's a fine line between aggressive and impractical.
Point taken, but Victor gave us directives, and we can't diverge from that. 3.5 mil is our ceiling.
It's just the scope they're asking for. At that price, we'll be tapping into our reserves just to deliver.
I know it's tight. Victor trusts us, and I trust all of you to pull this off. We land this bid, we secure our future. Sterling's backing us all the way.
All right, if we're going to do this, let's brainstorm solutions, not problems. We've faced tighter deadlines and budgets before. We'll make it work.
You know, with this view and you by my side, I could easily spend a lifetime right here in Paris.
A lifetime? With your relentless energy, I give you 2 days before you're itching to jet back to a conference room.
Oh yeah. Everything's been going so well with the business. All those late nights, the strategies. It's all actually happening. And it's thanks to your support.
I did what any sensible partner would do. I saw the opportunity in Sterling's deal. But Tony, you made the tough decisions.
Tough doesn't begin to cover it. I took a leap of faith, but you were my safety net, with your advice, your conviction.
Well, that safety net is staying put. There's much more ahead of us, Tony, and I'm here for all of it. Just promise me one thing, that we won't let business steal all our Parisian nights.
Talk to me, Sarah. Did we get it? What do you mean? How is that possible? Who got the contract? All right. See you at the office.
Tony, how can I help?
Victor, we lost the tender. You said we had it in the bag. What happened?
Now, Tony, you know how these things go. We can sway the tide, but we can't control the storm.
But we followed your advice to the letter. We needed that contract.
It did, and it was solid advice, but the competitor put forth a better offer. It's as simple as that.
What am I supposed to do now, Victor? This was more than just another contract for the company, you know?
What you're going to do is keep pushing forward. We knew there would be hurdles on the road to the top. Listen, kid, I need you to see the bigger picture. This is a setback, but not the end of the race. Now, if you will excuse me.
You really think your team stands a chance this season?
With our new lineup, I bet my last dollar on it.
Tony Turner, the guy behind Digimark?
That's me. Do we know each other?
Not exactly. Tom Robinson, CEO of Dynatech Solutions. We just won that public procurement contract your company was eyeing.
Congratulations, then. We were looking forward to that job.
Thanks, but you must be quite content too, with all the side money for backing out, right?
Back out? There must be some misunderstanding. We didn't withdraw our proposal.
Didn't you? I paid you guys $500 grand to step down. Oh, come on now, Turner. Don't act embarrassed. You are not the first, and certainly not the last to make his money this way. It's dirty and undignified, but who am I to judge anyway?
I assure you, that was not my decision. I'll need to look into this.
Whatever suits you, man. You know what they say, right? The first and worst of all frauds is to cheat oneself. All sin is easy after that. Enjoy your drinks, guys.
Tony, this isn't the best time. Is this another call about the contract signing? Because if it is, I signed it yesterday.
You did? But we were supposed to... I was expecting a draft from you.
Yes. And I expected you'd know. I suggest you talk to Victor. He has the whole picture.
Tony, always a pleasure. What can I do for you?
Victor, Madeline told me the contract's signed and I didn't know anything. What's this all about?
Ah, yes. A minor reshuffle. It's better this way, believe me. One of my other companies, Sterling Dynamic Solutions, got the contract. But don't worry, Digimarc will do all the work.
And what does this mean? Financially?
Well, let's say that it's fair for me to secure a comfortable amount as a finder's fee. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah? And how comfortable are we talking?
Let's say 50,000.
Victor, this isn't what we agreed upon. Our profit margin on this job was 20% tops. You know that.
Ah, Tony. Always remember, kid, in this game of money, I'm the bank. And the bank never plays without setting the rules. You got that?
Everything okay, Victor?
Oh yes, darling. Everything is just fine. Tony, my boy, how is business today?
It's surviving, Victor, but it seems I'm handling more pressure, not less. And the connections and the great projects you promised, we haven't seen a lot of them yet.
Tony, don't you worry about that, my boy. You lose one, you'll win one. You are the best. I've never met anyone as talented and hardworking as you in this business. Tony, success takes time. You can't rush art, and this, my friend, is art. The best is yet to come. Just keep up the good work and everything will be fine.
What about the capital, Victor? Or should I say the loan? Steven's pressing for repayments that the company's cash flow can't sustain.
Tony, let's be clear. That capital saved this company. Those terms were no secret. It's business, not charity.
It's a tightrope, Victor. I'm balancing more than I ever did, with less help than promised, and...
Son, in this game, promises are just the currency of convenience. And I always spend wisely. This is business. You need to learn how to run it the hard way. You agreed to the target profits. Now find a way to deliver. Don't expect me to hold your hand. You need money to repay your debts? How about maybe cutting your personal expenses a little? Like your love trips in Europe for a start.
And what if I can't meet those targets, Victor? What then?
Then perhaps I'll remind you why men like me are at the top. It is not just to enjoy the view, Tony. It is to have leverage on those who can't keep up.
He said the targets were not just on paper, that it's my job to meet them. Sophia, I think I made a mistake with this deal with Victor.
Tony, you're seeing shadows. Victor didn't get to where he is by sinking the ships he boards. He's a businessman. It's all just business.
It's reckless business, Sophia. And it's not just my neck on the line anymore. What if we can't deliver? What if...
Then we adapt. We innovate. Isn't that what Digimarc is all about? You thrive on this, Tony. We thrive on this.
But at what cost, Sophia? My team. My company. My lifestyle. I don't want to look back and not recognize what we've done.
And you won't? I'm here. I'll help you keep the course. But Tony, we can't make Victor feel like he's made a bad investment. Confidence is key.
You're right. I just need to keep it together. For the company. For us.
And you will... You're Tony Turner, remember? The man who sees light where others see an end. Now let's show Victor exactly why investing in you is the best decision he ever made.
Tony, why didn't you show this to me before signing?
I thought it was a good deal, Devin. Victor promised so much. Funding, connections. I didn't want to miss out.
And you believed him without getting a second opinion? Tony, this contract, I've seen this play out before. Investors like Victor, they follow a script. They dazzle you with promises, take a significant stake in your company, and then it's a tactic. They take more equity than they should, offering less to nothing in return, preying on the hopes of entrepreneurs like you. They're not here to help you grow. They live by sucking off your blood, like leeches.
I messed up, didn't I?
We can't change the past, but let's see what we can do about this. First, we need to challenge the terms of this contract.
How do we do that?
Look for any clauses that might allow you to renegotiate or exit the deal. Sometimes these contracts have performance clauses or milestones that Victor must meet. Anything like that here?
Here. It says the investment is contingent on certain milestones, but they're vague.
That is not necessarily bad. Vagueness can work in our favor. We can argue that the expectations weren't clearly set. Also, document everything Victor has failed to deliver. Promises, meetings, any communication.
What about the equity? This invisible partner?
If this gets in court, you might have more trouble than him. We might not be able to reverse the equity transfer, but we can negotiate future protections, like a cap on dilution or ensuring you have a say in major decisions.
Is that possible after signing?
It's not easy, but nothing is set in stone, especially if we can prove that Victor's promises were misleading. We'll need a good lawyer, someone who understands startup law and can fight for your interests. I think I know one, but he's going to cost you some serious money. Can you afford it?
I'll find the money no matter what it takes. I should have come to you first, Devin. I'm sorry.
We all make mistakes, Tony. It wasn't easy to understand Victor's strategy. As Al Pacino said, our ability to manufacture fraud now exceeds our ability to detect it. What's important is that we learn and fight back. Let's turn this around and protect what you've built.
You're right. I won't go down without a fight.
You're not alone in this, kid. For now, it is very important not to upset Victor.
I've gone through it all, and I've got to say this is one of the tightest contracts I've ever seen. Sterling's covered his bases well.
There's got to be something we can do. There's always a loophole, right?
Well, if there is one, it's buried deep. This contract was drafted to benefit Sterling, and Sterling alone. As it stands, challenging it would be a costly uphill battle.
Tony, this is just the way these deals work. After all, it was clear from the beginning you knew what you were getting into.
We've got to think this through. What should I do now, Mr. Harrison?
You're best off negotiating with Sterling. A more favorable amendment, maybe?
Keep our boy on track. He trusts you blindly. Use that. How long, Sophia? How long have you been reporting to Victor behind my back?
Tony, it's not what you think. I've known Victor since I was in college. He helped me when my family couldn't, when I had nothing. I owe him a lot. He's the reason I could study, build a career, get a good job. Without him, I don't know where I'd be.
But to betray my trust? To play me like some pawn in Victor's game?
I never saw it as a betrayal, Tony. Yes, Victor is assertive, but he's not unfair. He rewards loyalty, and he's always seen potential in you.
And what about us, Sophia? Was there ever a moment when us meant more to you than your loyalty to Victor?
Tony, I care about you, and what we have together. I promise if you stick with Victor, he will recognize your value. He's always rewarded those who stand by him.
Stick with Victor. You know, Devin has an old saying for that. It goes like this. If you forgive the fox for stealing your chicken, it will return to steal your sheep. I want to believe you, Sophia. I really do. But this goes beyond us. It's about the future of the company. My future.
Then trust me, Tony. Trust that everything we're doing is to elevate our dreams to new heights. I'm with you, but you have to trust me.
To trust you means that I have to trust Victor Sophia. So do me a favor and get the hell out of my place right now.
Our dreams were intertwined. Your smile, it seems so kind. In your words, I found my faith, but now it breaks away. Promises you never kept, late nights and secrets wept. I thought you'd walk with me, now just treachery.
If we pivot our strategy focusing on the ambiguous language here and Sterling's verbal commitments to Tony, we might just unravel Sterling's binding web.
It's a lifeline. Courts dislike underhanded tactics. If we can prove Sterling's predatory intentions, it could sway sympathy our way.
I didn't think much of it at the time. He'd assure me with promises, always sidestepping the details. I chalked it up to business eccentricities.
But now we see it's a pattern. Sterling's charm masks a more insidious manipulation, and business eccentricities, when wielded by the likes of him, can become very costly indeed.
So tell us, George, where can we go from here?
I've explored every angle, every clause. The language is ironclad. There's no legal loophole that we can exploit to break this contract. It's binding, Tony. In my opinion, you have to negotiate your way out of it. It will probably cost you a great deal of money, but you cannot go on with these terms in place.
Then our course is set. We negotiate with Sterling. The art of negotiation is in crafting leverage from the intangible. So we make a move, any move, that shifts the balance, if only slightly.
A move? What kind of move are we talking about?
Something that makes it clear to Sterling that the cost to him, in reputational or financial terms, outweighs the benefit of enforcing this contract to its letter. Brian, good to see you. Thanks for showing up.
Devin, always a pleasure. I hope you've been well.
Can't complain. The market's been unpredictable, but that's nothing new to us, eh?
True. It always provides something to write about. Speaking of, your advice on the crypto market rally piece was invaluable. My editor was thrilled.
Glad I could help. Which actually brings me to why I wanted to meet.
Oh? I'm all ears.
I need a favor, Brian, and it involves that journalistic integrity you pride yourself on.
You have my attention. What do you need?
There's a silent pandemic spreading through the veins of San Francisco and the Silicon Valley. Young, brilliant entrepreneurs getting into predatory deals with, let's call them unethical investors.
Yeah, we've heard some rumors.
Exactly. But it's more than rumors. These vultures, they prey on the naivety and trust, bleed these companies dry and move on to the next.
You're looking for an expose.
I need you to shine a light on this dirty corner of venture capitalism. I want your website to write about it. Forewarned is forearmed, after all.
It's risky, but it's the kind of story we built our reputation on. You want us to detail how they operate, draw in examples, allude to specific information we've come across?
Precisely. Think of the startups you'll be helping. And I know there's no one else who can handle this with your tact and insight.
All right, Devin. Consider it done. We'll expose these leeches for what they are.
You're doing the right thing, Brian. It's the young dreamers who shape our future, after all. Hey, Tony. Are you ready for a negotiation?
Broken dreams in the night shadow, pushing through thorns, live the sorrow. Stand tall where wild winds blow, fighting the tide where the echoes go. Street lights flicker, hearts pounding high, Hands on fire beneath the blood-red sky. Faces lost in the city's dark eye. Truth bleeds out, never can we deny. Raise your fists, fight for what's true. No chain, no lie can buy me or you. Scream it loud, we've got nothing to lose. Holding fast to the values we choose. Cracks in the pavement, scars on our souls.
Breaking news.
Voices shouting from the deep dark holes. Freedom's bones, never paying the tolls. Together we roll, unbroken whole. Raise your fists, fight for what's true. No chain, no lie can buy me or you. Screaming loud, we've got nothing to lose. Holding fast to the values we choose. Blood in the gutters, fire in the heart. Tearing down walls won't keep us apart. Rise from the ashes,
now have
never
breaking
depart. Defending the truth right from the start. Right from the start. Raise your fist, fight for what's true. No chain, no lie can bind me or you. Screaming loud, we've got nothing to lose.
The spotlight's on us, Stephen. This article, it's painting us as the corporate bogeymen. Even if they can't touch us legally, our strategy thrives in discretion, not public courts.
I'm aware, Victor. The scrutiny could spook potential acquisitions. This Tony situation, it's become a loose end that requires tying up. Profitably, of course.
He's cornered, desperate not to lose everything. We apply pressure, squeeze him for what we can, then cut him loose. It's dirty. Might even feel like a loss, but sometimes trimming the fat ensures the beast stays lean.
I'll arrange a meeting with Turner. We'll make it sound like we're offering an olive branch while setting the snare.
Make it tight, Stephen. Leave no room for a counter.
Consider it done. Turner's about to learn the cost of playing in the big leagues. Tony, you're obliged to return every penny invested into your venture, money that, according to the contract, you now owe us with interest.
What you're asking for is impossible, Stephen. That was capital for growth, not a personal loan.
Capital, loan. The terms were clear. And let's not forget a considerable percentage of the company's future profits.
Gentlemen, let's not beat around the bush. We all know these were predatory terms, not the markings of a fair deal.
Let's cut our losses. If I receive 50% of Stephen's calculated totals, we'll dissolve this partnership today.
Before you get ahead of yourself, Victor, remember the case of Jared Wilkins, your previous partner, or should I say, victim. His father is a close friend. I had a few words with him, and I guess Jared would be very interested to share some insights with the press on your business ethics. Combine Jared's story with Tony's, and you'll have a public relations nightmare on your hands.
Fine, 25%. But we end this now. And Tony, you keep 100% of your company. I don't want anything to do with that. It's a shame, though, to end it like this. I really had very high hopes for you, Tony, and...
Victor, when we started this, you said we are alike. We were the future. That greed was our path forward. But we are nothing alike. You, Victor, and you, Stephen, are leeches. You thrive in the shadows, preying on the bright-eyed and hopeful. Well, I hope that your predatory days are numbered. You'll get your dirty money, but don't try to make it look beautiful, Victor.
And here's something to remember you by, Victor. 9Me. No investment, no effort, maximum earnings. A suitable brand for your kind of entrepreneurship.
We adapt or we die, Victor. That's always been the rule. Turner was a setback, but there are more like him out there, ripe for the picking.
People forget, Stephen. They always do. Today's scandal is tomorrow's faded headline. What matters is that we move on to the next venture unscathed. It's a shame, though. This guy, so talented, so hardworking, so naive, the perfect victim. We could make lots of money on his back for years.
We should toast, Victor. To the end of one story and the beginning of another. There are more companies out there, more dreams to foster and to leverage.
Indeed. The market never sleeps, and the hungry never stop hunting. But our jig is up, Stephen. We need a fresh con and fast. And this is your new assignment.
You know, General Patton once said, "Success is how high you bounce after you hit bottom."
Oh, yeah? Well, I suppose that he didn't have to give all of his profits of the past 1.5 years to Victor Sterling. It still makes me sick that I have to give him all that money. With zero investment, zero contribution to this company. This guy is sucking my blood, man. I can't believe it. Anyway, we'll bounce back. I have to believe that.
That's the business world nowadays, Tony, especially in the so-called investment ecosystem. 99% of all the guys involved in it have no knowledge, no skills, no patience, just a talent to fool others. Everybody is looking for suckers who will do all the hard work, and then they'll come to collect the profit.
Well, Sterling proved he is really good at this game.
Yes, he is. This is the way he works for years. You're not his first case. That explains why he has a lot of cash, but the companies he actually founded and owns have so few clients. He actually does shitty jobs. Nobody is happy with them, but he just doesn't care. He makes his money from other guys' talent and hard work. Guys like you, young, ambitious, and a bit naive.
Well, naive is my middle name.
Ah, kid, I gotta tell you, getting taken for a ride by guys like Victor is like being kicked in the nuts. It hurts, it's embarrassing, and it makes you want to curl up into a ball and cry. Don't take it personal, Tony. First, take a deep breath, collect yourself, and stop feeling sorry for yourself. You gotta learn from this. Take a long, hard look at what happened. Identify the warning signs, the red flags, and the mistakes you made. Don't make excuses. Don't blame others. And don't waste any more of my time indulging in self-pity.
And what am I supposed to learn from all that, Devin? Because I'm so sick right now that I want to switch careers and become a professional ice cream taster. At least then, my disappointments would be delicious.
That's an option. But seriously, what you should keep from the Sterling case is not to push yourself to grow so fast. Business-wise, I mean. It's tempting to use other people's money, I know. The promise of quick growth, expansion, taking your company to new heights. But relying too heavily on external funding can have two sides.
Maybe, but it's also necessary to scale quickly and stay ahead of the competition.
Not always. Building a business isn't a sprint, Tony, it's a marathon. And too often, entrepreneurs get caught up in the race to raise capital without fully realizing the consequences. When you take on investors too early, you're giving away a bigger piece of your company, a piece of yourself, your ambitions, your motives. And usually those guys have their own agenda, their own interests that may not align with yours.
So what should I do instead?
Focus on building a solid foundation for your company first. Grow it organically, leveraging your own resources and expertise. Build a track record of success that speaks for itself. Perhaps this will take long, but think of it as laying the groundwork for long-term success. When you've proven the viability of your business, when you've demonstrated consistent growth and profitability, that's when real, not fake, investors will come knocking on your door, not the other way around. And let me tell you, Tony, when that time comes, you'll have the luxury of choice. You'll be in a position to carefully vet potential investors, to choose the ones who truly understand and believe in your vision. You'll have the time to do your homework, research, due diligence, and gut instinct. And never underestimate the power of networking. Surround yourself with people who've been in the game longer than you have, and listen to them before you make your choice. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the money, it's about finding partners who are investing in your success for the right reasons. Predators like Sterling are everywhere, and they will always be. But knowledge and adaptability are your best defense against them. Educate yourself, ask questions, and don't be afraid to walk away from a deal if something doesn't feel right. And here's the thing, kid, you're not going to get betrayed again. Not because those crooks are going to apologize and make it up to you, but because you're going to be too busy winning to worry about it. You're going to be too busy building, creating, and dominating to give any jackass the chance to take advantage of you. So, you want to get back on your feet? You want to show those leeches that you're not going to let them define your trajectory? You want to make them eat their words and regret ever messing with you? Then get to work, kid. Get back to work and make old Devin proud.
Jordan, it's been a while. How have you been?
Good, Tony. Really good. I was in the area, so I wanted to see how you're holding up. I heard the word about your deal with Sterling and...
Yeah, that went well, right?
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't worry so much, man. I hear good things about the company and its potential, Tony. You'll have better choices than Sterling really soon.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, how is Gina? You're still with her, right?
Oh, yes, we are. In fact, we're thinking of taking it to the next level. Settle down. Make a family, you know?
That's great news, Jordan. I wish you all the best.
Thanks, man.
Hey, listen. Now that I'm practically starting from nothing, I could use a partner to join me. Someone smarter than me. And I was wondering, would you be interested to...
Oh, you know, Tony, I'm out of all this, man. This world is not for me, but I'm sure you'll get fine from now on.
I understand. Well, it was worth a shot. Take care, man. And keep in touch, right?
I sure will, Tony. See ya. Bye, Devin.
Bye, Jordan. Take care, my boy. Stop punishing yourself, Tony. There's a resilience in you, a fire that not even Sterling could extinguish. Remember, it's the trials we overcome that shape our destiny. You've learned a tough lesson, but it's one that'll make you stronger. From now on, at least you'll know who to trust. Maria Snyder once said, "Trusting is hard, knowing who to trust even harder."
You know, sometimes I'm so bored with your silly quotes, Devin. Come on, let's go grab a beer.
Watch it, kiddo. I taught your dad all his best comebacks, and I've still got a few he hasn't heard yet.
Please, guys, in my next movie, I want to play a disco dancer of the 70s.
Don't listen to him, please. Let's make a comedy.
I agree with Tony. A dance movie. I'll be the dance teacher.
Do whatever you want, but I'm not gonna play the bad guy again.
Trade their soul for a crazy deal. But ain't no stopping. takes to watch